So in today's video, we are coming to focus on a worship song. Okay, we are intensifying our worship play. Okay, we are making our worship better, and the song we are coming to use for this lesson is "Waymaker" by Sinach. And I know this song. This song is not a new song. It's an old track sung in our churches, and I believe everybody, if not almost everybody, knows this song. And if you haven't heard of this song before, you can check it out. Sinach. You can check it out on YouTube. Waymaker by Sinach. Yes, and I believe you will see it. Okay. So our focus for that lesson concerning worship is to make it beautiful. Yeah, it's very simple. No stress here. You don't really have to stress yourself when you are playing a worship song. Now we will be in the key of C for this song. And well, let's take a look at the scale of C first, the major scale of C. So I have C to be my 1, then D to be my 2, and then E to be my 3, F is my 4, G is my 5, A is my 6, and then B is my 7. Okay, yes. And let's take a look at the progression of the song itself before we even start learning the chords of the song and making any changes that we want to make. Yeah. So the progression of the song is very, very simple. It starts off on the 4. See? To the 1, then 5, 6. So it's basically a 4-1-5-6 track. Okay. So we can just let's try and make it as simple as we can by playing our triads. So the 4 will be like 1, then 5, 6. Okay, so we can play this throughout the whole song. Technically, we are done with Waymaker by Sinach. 4, 1, and then 5, 6 versus 5. So 4, 1, 5, 6, not 6, 5. 4, 1, 5, 6. Very good. Now let's take a look at how we can transform this 4, 1, 5, 6, or how we can make it beautiful. Yeah, by learning some new chords over here. So on the 4, okay, and then I was doing something very interesting in the cover. I was holding these 5 notes on all the progressions. So I made sure every chord I played had the 5 as the melody. So let me show you. So on the 4 it would be like I come to the 3. Okay, but before we even start learning the chords, I made some few changes to the progressions just to fill it up a little. So this is what I did. So I played the 4. Now instead of going to the 1, I went to the 3. Okay. Then I came back to the 4 again, then to the 7, and to the 3, and to the 6. So let me repeat what I just said. So instead of playing a 4, 1, 5, 6, I played a 4 to the 3, right? 4, so 4, 3, then back to the 4 again, and then to 7, 3, 6, and I made sure it's fitted perfectly with the song. Okay, so I will play the basic progression first, then I will play what I did, then we start learning the chords. So the basic one was the 4, right? Then 1, then 5, then to the 6. Now let's take a look at mine. So mine, I have the 4, then to the 3, 4, 7, 3, 6. Okay. Yes. So that is it. So you can clearly see that, yeah, we all know the basic progression. Now we are doing some fillings over here. So on the 4, the chord I have on the 4 is an F major 9th chord. Okay. So which is the 4 itself, or the F. Now you can see that I'm playing an octave. Then I have the 6, 1, 3, 5. to the 3. Okay, so take a look at the 3. Now remember, all the chords I will play will have the 5 notes as the melody. So it's like I'm standing on one position to play everything, all the progressions. Okay, so this is what I have on my 4, which obviously means that my 3 will also have the 5 notes as the melody. Okay, so this is what I have on the 3, or the mi. So take a look at my left carefully. I have the 3 itself in the 2, or the mi re. On my right hand, I have the 5, 1, 2, 5. Okay, so this is like a mi major 7 on my left, and then a G sus 2 on my right. But then I have the G being repeated on this side. Sorry, a G. So a mi major 7, and then I have a G sus 4 on my right hand, and I've repeated this G over here as well. So what is my 4? Then to the 3. Then we come to the 4 again, the same chord on the 4 again to the 7. And these are very simple chords, but they are very sweet. That can transform your music. So look at what I have on the 7. The 7 itself is a very simple chord from the 4. So on the 7 I have the 6, 2, 5, a quartal for my 7. Right. Then on the 3. So we are playing a different 3 again. So remember the first 3 was a source chord. Now we are playing an altered chord. So this 3 is, I still have the same 3 and a 2 on my left hand, have you noticed? And on my right hand, now the chord changes on the right hand. Now take a look at the right hand carefully. You see the initial chord we learned was this, right? So we are kind of playing the same chord. Just move the note on your thumb, or the last note, or this G note. Just move it up by a semitone. And it gives you a new transformation. Now listen to this chord. So this change from the G to the A flat or the G sharp is making a huge difference in sound. Yes, and it's not difficult to play at all. If you're able to play this chord, then you should be able to play this chord. The trick lies in these 2 notes. Okay, so let's put everything together. 1, 2, 3. So go. So 2 or 3, 4, 7, 3, then 6. Very simple chords. Now look at what I have on the 6. So on my left hand, I have the 6 and the 5. You know, I like doing this a lot on my left hand. And then on my right hand, I have the 7, 1, 2, 5. So this is a La chord, one A chord, and A minor 11th chord. Okay, yes. On the 6. So 4, 3, 4, 7, 3, 6. Now let's do a 5, 1, 4 as a passing chord to the next 4, right? So I have my 5. Let's take a look at what I'm playing on the 5. On my left hand I have the 5, and on my right hand I have the 5 flat 7, or the tall. You have the 2 and the 5. Okay, then to the 1. The 1 is just a C major chord. So I have my root chord and my second inversion. Okay, so 5, 1, and then 4. So it's very wonderful how we have been able to play this whole progression with all these feelings using one melody note, which is the 5. Okay, so let's put everything together. So 4, So this what we just did right now, this style of play is very ideal if you don't have a bass guitarist at your church, or you happen to do a solo with a singer ministering this song, or with a group, and you happen to be the keyboardist around, so just a keyboard and a group of singers. It's very essential that you play the bass note with your left hand. Okay, yes. But then you can clearly see in the cover, I first of all played without the bass guitar, and then it's like the guitar joined in, right? Yes. So I wanted to demonstrate two styles here with the same chords. So with the first one, without the bass guitarist, you have to play the bass notes. But when the bass guitarist comes in, then you have the opportunity to play chords with your left hand. And this is something that we have to learn how to do as keyboardists. Okay, because if you don't play chords with your left hand, what might happen is your bass notes may be interfering with the sound of the bass guitar, and it's very bad. It's not professional. Okay, that's why I brought in the bass guitar, and I'm sure you saw that my left started playing chords. Okay, so we are not coming to do anything new, but I'm just coming to play these chords on our left hand. Okay, so I'm coming to play these chords on our left hand. So now they are very simple. So what I have on my left hand, see, it's the same. They are basically the same chords, but the notes have been rearranged. So look at what I'm doing on my left hand right now. It's a very rich chord, but it's just an F major chord. Yeah. So let's take a look at this chord, for instance. It's a very rich chord, but it's very simple to construct. Now look at my left hand. On my left hand, it's basically an F major chord with the ninth added. Okay. So I have the 4, 5, 6, 1, right? And on my right hand, I have the F sus 2, which is the 4, 5, 1. Okay, so that's a 4, and then to the 3. I take a look at the 3 chord. Now on the 3, I have a 3, 5, 1, and then on my right hand, I have the 2, 5, 1. Okay, so 3, 5, 1. Okay, so 3, 5, 1 on my left hand, 2, 5, 1 on my right hand. So you play your 4 like this, then your 3, then the 4 again, then to the 6, the 4 to the word 7, right? So to the 7. So look at what I have on the 7. On the 7, I have the 7 itself. Remember, we are not trying to interfere with the bass guitarist, so I don't have to come and do this or this. We may interfere with the bass guitarist. So I have the 7 here, and I have the 2, 5, 6, 2. So this is what you play on your T. So 4. Then the 4 again, the 7. Now on the 3. So from the 7 we go to the 3, right? Now let me show you the chord I have on the 3. On the 3 I have the 3, and then the flat 6, which is also known as the Z, right? So 3 flat 6, and then we have the 7. And on my right hand, I have the 2, 4, 7. It's a very wonderful chord we can play on the 3. Now let's take a look at the chord I have on the 6. We know from the 3 we go to the 6. So take a look at my left hand. I have the 3, 5, 6, 1. Okay, and I have the 3, 6, 1. Okay, so all over the 6. Now I'm sure you have seen that the chord I play on the left is almost the same as the chord I play on the right. I find a way to modify it. Maybe I'll play 2 different inversions on both hands, or I'll take some of the notes on the left and then recreate the same chord on the right hand. So that's the trick in playing chords on both hands. Okay, So from the 6, there was a partial note, right? The partial note was the 5, 1, 4. Now let's see the 5, 1, 4 that we can play with the bass guitar, so that we don't have to do with our left hand. Okay, so let's see what we can do. So we can do, yeah. So on the 5, I have this wonderful chord, a B flat major 7th chord on my left hand, which is the 5, 7, 1, and then 3. Okay, and then on my left hand, I have the 5, 7, 3. So you see, like what I was talking about not long ago, it's just the same chord on my left hand, but on my right hand. But you see that always the right hand carries a certain sort of modification. No, it's the same chord. So there's a 5, there's a chord on the 5. And then there's a chord I have on my 1. So on my 1, the 1 is what, the C, right? So I have a C tritone. On my left hand, the C tritone, which is the 3 and the flat 7. And then on my right hand, I have the 2, 5, 1. I think we have. And then on my right hand, I have the 2, 5, 1. And I think we have played this chord a couple of times in this video, in this lesson. So we have the 2, 5, 1. Okay, so 5, 1 to the 4. That we already know. Okay, then back to the 3 again. Yeah, so I used the same chord on the 1 for the 3. It was the left hand that was changing the chord. So 4 to the 3, practice these chords, then 4, then to the 7, which is then to the 3, then to the 6, then 5, 1 to the 4. Okay, then 4, 7. Play this chord throughout the whole song. See? Yeah, so that is it for this lesson. We have learned how to play Waymaker. Now I know that almost all of us, or a lot of us, already know how to play Waymaker. So we were just trying to, you see, do some few modifications. So we altered the progression a little, but still the main ingredient of the progression was inside. The 4, 1, 5, 6 was still maintained, but we added a few notes and then we changed the chords a little to make it more beautiful. And also we learned how to play a whole song on one melody line, right? Like the chords of a whole song on one melody line. So we had the 4, 3, then to the 4, to the 7, 6. Now this is very beautiful. You can even use this as talk music, or as a form of talk music at church, or a background when your pastor is preaching. Then chord on one melody line. Okay. Now because we are not adding the melody of the song, people might barely recognize it. That's why it's 7 as a perfect chord for preaching chords, right? See, then you can alter the tempo as well. Yeah, in the intro I did something like. Now let me just show you this one, then we are done for this lesson. So it's just the same chord. Take a look at it. We have already learned this chord, right? But take a look at these these 3 notes on my right hand. This is the chord itself on my right hand. So take a look at these 3 notes. The 7, 1, and the 2. Now, so you see, it's the melody line here is 7, 1, 3, 7, 1. Or T, do, re, T, do. Now on my right hand, I'm just doing the same thing here, but the note on my left hand, I'm doing the same thing, but the note I'm using to do the same thing is actually the 2, 3, and the 4. So with the same pattern. Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So just combine it after playing the 6 like this. Actually, it's very fun to do that. Yeah, I remember I did that in the intro. So that is it for this lesson. God bless you. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you are doing. Please make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification, because more lessons will be coming in every dimension of gospel music. So I hope these chords that we have learned will be a blessing to you, and it will be a blessing to the people that you minister to as you apply these chords, even in different songs, not only this song, but even in different songs as well. Yes, and I pray that God will help you to learn these songs. So God bless you, and let's meet in our next lesson.